Hello and welcome once again to Mashinky. Now, at this point in the game, we are pretty much done. We've got a ridiculous amount of most of our tokens at this point, We've got most places connected up in some sort of way. Our map is just a crisscross of railroad tracks, which is awesome. But as I say, at this point there's not a lot left to do. No more quests will pop up, and obviously our main quest we can't complete because the rest of the game hasn't been made yet. So really it's just sort of pottering about and getting your production lines and things like that as efficient as you can get, which is fun for a little while, but as I say, there's not a lot left to actually do. So I think this is probably going to be the last episode, and we are going to be upgrading a few of our trains and things like that. Or, well, I say upgrading, no. I'm just going to put a brand new train on the line. It's something that we've not seen yet, which is the EMD F3. Because that's, I think, the only train, really, that I've not built and looked at. So, what are we going to have? Some first class, a dining car, and that actually takes us to... Oh no, we can go further now, can't we? Because I increased it. That's too far. Okay then. So, I want you to follow the same route as somewhere around here. Ah, there you are. Nope, we just want to view it first. And wow, there it is. That looks like a proper train for like a high-speed first-class service. Nice. It also looks like something that you could have like 100 carriages for industry type things, like delivering coal or the iron ore and stuff. Freight train. That's the word I was after. I don't know why I didn't actually come up with that word. Nice. You actually view it from the window. Oh, that sounds awesome. Oh, that's awesome. So, why are we stuck? What's slowing us down? See, this is one of the problems I've got. So many trains are slowing it down other trains on this loop. And this is the thing with a point-to-point system as opposed to a ring system that I've got. Point-to-point can be better because the only thing on that line are those trains. So for example, this down here. The only thing running on these lines are the coal trains. And it doesn't matter if they slow each other down a little because, they're all delivering the same thing. This line, look at that. I've got so many iron trains, I've got so many coal trains, stuff like that. They're all just slowing each other down, which of course slows down all of my production. Holy Hannah, we nearly got 700. That's ridiculous. I'm amazed that I'm reaching the caps so quickly on some of these. It's just wow. That is insane. Hey, you're actually getting rid of all your iron and your coal now. Mostly. Still got a ridiculous amount of iron to get rid of, but having these extra trains on there is definitely helping with that. yeah, I think 3 trains with the 2-pass system that I've got is working. So, all good there. Let's change views to the actual nice view. Something that I always forget to do. Okay, so this system's working nicely. We're getting, I say a decent, we're getting some oil produced. Tell you what, let's build that extension. I think these can all be extended as well at this point. So they'll produce a little bit more oil. I don't think I needed to build sort of double tracks there or anything anywhere. The oil is just not produced quick enough to bother with double tracking it. Oh wow, you've reached your capacity again. What else? Okay, the freight station, that'll increase capacity some more. When you get to this point where you're moving so much stuff, you really do see sort of the capacity problems with just delivering so much to a single tool station and stuff. It's just like, wow. Need to build halfway across the map just to deliver to a different tool station, I think. Or it would have been nice if we had, you know, multiple tool stations on the same route. That would work. We could deliver half to one and half to the other. But yeah, I must admit, I do think this is a really fun game. Although, I think there will be a little bit of a problem with sort of costs. And what I mean with that is, look at this. We've got a ridiculous amount of cash, we've got a ridiculous amount of wood, we've got a ridiculous amount of coal. We're starting to get a ridiculous amount of iron. We're still struggling on oil, and we are actually using oil now for several trains, which is why that's sort of just about staying steady. If we turn all of these off, so wow, station income is 81, fuel for trains is 89, so we're actually going to keep dropping according to this. Oh no, our income is just gone over our output. That's probably because we've increased the amount that these are producing now. So yeah, I mean, look at that. We ended up spending more than we got, which isn't good. But yeah, what I'm saying is, we've built up a ridiculous amount of these, and so in the next era, they're sort of redundant. We don't have to deal with them anymore. And I know that leaves you free to sort of then deal with the new production. So, you know, I'd be dealing with the oil. We would have passed to the next era now, so I'd be dealing with whatever's next. But it's still, like, you're always a step behind, and as the bigger and better trains require the newer stuff, it sort of makes what you've done previously, like, you know, half of the trains running this route are the very first trains, or, you know, the second or third generation trains. I think they're the second generation, these ones. But I've still got the Porters and the Baldwins running 1 or 2 lines, I think, here and there. Like, here we go, look. I've never seen fit to upgrade that. And you just sort of, you set your first bits going, and then you just leave them because they're making money, and you just move to the next one. And there's no sense of having to upgrade your trains or anything like that. Like, your trains don't deteriorate or anything like that. Their maintenance costs don't constantly increase. And I think it spoils it a little bit, because you can literally use the cheapest rubbish train from the very start of the game all the way to the end of the game with no penalty. You know? I mean, some of these trains have been running for like 100 years or more. You'd think that they'd sort of break down after that. And the only other problem that I've sort of seen with this game, and don't get me wrong, I do like this game, it's a fun game to play, but the way passengers are treated, it's like loading cargo. They don't have a specific location they want to go to. So here, for example, do these people actually want to go to this city? I don't know, but that's where I'm taking them, and that's where I'm getting paid for them to go. And what I mean by that is, if you look at games like Transport Fever, for example, the passengers have somewhere they want to go to work, or to go to shop, or something like that. And if you build a line to that place, they'll get on that train and they'll go there. And it treats each individual person as an actual person. It works out what they want. It works out where they want to go, the quickest route they can go. Some people want to go by the cheapest route, some people want to go by the quickest route. And so it gives you a lot more options, and you have to connect multiple cities. Like this, I could literally set up just a single train from there to there, and the same thing for every city. I could just connect every city to one other city in just a straight line, and I would probably make more money than having the route like that I've got. Because just imagine, I mean, I could connect this to here, this one to here, and just have a train running that tiny distance constantly back and forth. That would probably make more money than populating the entire ring road or ring track for trains. So, you know, doing a single line from like point to point would probably make me more money in the long run than doing the ring that I've got. The ring just looks more fun, and it looks more like an actual train system, which is why I've done it like that. But it just seems a little bit broken. I can understand you doing that for industry, because, you know, most industry wants to go from, you know, where the tree is produced to where it can be cut down and to where it can be sold. Done. So, you know, it works in that situation, but for passengers, you know, I'm pretty sure that everyone in Perth doesn't want to go to Wrexham. Is that? Wow, okay. And, you know, all the people in Derby probably don't want to go to Dudley. But that's where they're being forced to unload. Like, literally, watch this train. It will empty completely of passengers when it gets to this station. If it ever gets to that station. So it's not like the passengers have a choice as such. They're just, no, you're being unloaded here and we're getting cash off you. You know, the people in Transport Fever or any of the train Transport Tycoon games that I've played before, the people actually had a destination they wanted to go to, so they might not get off at every station, but you'd get more money for travelling sort of the full distance or something like that. So it's just one of those little things that you notice after a while that's happening. And it's a little disappointing that, you know, the AI for the passengers isn't a little bit more advanced. But other than that, those two things really are like the only problems I have with this game. And these annoying things popping up constantly, even though, like, once they're there, just stop making the noise. Seriously. But, you know, I love looking at the trains in this map view. I love building in this view. You know, I love the way they've divided that and given you like a top-down perspective for when you're building, and then the more aesthetic view when you're not. Brilliant thing. So I am looking forward to this game continuing its development, and I might show it again on the channel when it's further in, you know, when there's another age or two to work through. But for the moment, there's not a lot left to do except like starting a new map, which, you know, I might do eventually, as I say, but not right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a series. I think it's more of a mini-series, only being 10 episodes, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any ideas what you want me to play next, let me know. There's a couple of games that I've got on a list to play, but, you know, anything I can add to that is awesome. And it doesn't matter if I don't own the game already. You know, if you just think of a game that you want to watch me play, you know, let me know the game title. I'll have a look at it on Steam and stuff like that and see if it's something that I'd play. Obviously, there's no point suggesting something like Call of Duty to me, because I wouldn't really play that on the channel. Saying that, I do play Call of Duty. Multiplayer, but yeah. Really bad example. Okay, more, don't bother recommending ridiculously scary horror games to me, because I really don't enjoy them that much and wouldn't play them on the channel, or normally. That's a better example. I forgot I've had COD videos on this channel before, when me and my friends have played. Oh, this is what happens when I'm tired and not thinking straight. So anyway, this is where I'm going to end the episode, guys, so please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you next time.